Appearance of strength is strength in itself. Sun Tzu. Imagine a world where silence is more powerful than 1,000 words. Think about how appearances can shape entire realities. Today, we'll dive deep into the millennial wisdom of Sun Tzu, unraveling the secrets that transformed the art of war into a guide not just for conflicts, but for life itself. Prepare for a journey that will change your perception of power, strategy, and success. And remember, the most impactful revelation is saved for the end. A truth so powerful it could redefine your approach to every aspect of your existence. Silence. A tool so underestimated, yet incredibly powerful. Sun Tzu, the legendary Chinese strategist, understood its strength over 2 millennia ago. He teaches us that true power often resides in the unspoken, in the space between words. Think for a moment. How many times have you felt compelled to fill the silence, revealing more than you intended? The art of war isn't just about physical conflict, but about mastering the art of strategy in all aspects of life. Sun Tzu shows us that the most important battle is the one waged in the mind, both in ours and in our opponents. And this is where the power of appearances comes into play. Consider this: your posture, your gaze, even the way you breathe. All of these communicate something to the world around you. Sun Tzu would say that manipulating these appearances is a form of psychological warfare. You don't need to be the strongest to appear invincible. You don't need to have all the answers to seem the wisest in the room. But beware, dear listener. This wisdom comes with enormous responsibility. The power of appearances isn't about deceiving, but about deeply understanding human psychology and using it ethically. It's about creating a presence that inspires, that leads, that transforms. Imagine entering a crucial negotiation. Your heart may be racing, your palms sweaty, but externally you're the image of calm and confidence. This appearance of control might be enough to tip the scales in your favor. Sun Tzu teaches us that the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. In the modern context, we can interpret this as achieving our goals without unnecessary conflict. Silence, when used strategically, can be your most powerful weapon. It creates a vacuum that others feel compelled to fill, often revealing valuable information in the process. As Sun Tzu wisely observed, "Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt." But make no mistake, silence is not passivity. It's an active form of communication, a demonstration of inner strength and self-control. Think of the great leaders in history. Many were masters of strategic silence. They understood that every unspoken word was an opportunity to observe, to learn, to gain advantage. The appearance of strength, as Sun Tzu teaches us, can be as effective as real strength. This doesn't mean pretending to be something you're not, but rather cultivating and projecting your best qualities. It's about understanding that perception shapes reality. If you present yourself as confident and capable, people tend to treat you that way, which in turn reinforces these qualities in you. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone gain respect and admiration, not for their words, but for their silent and imposing presence? This is the essence of what Sun Tzu teaches us about the power of appearances. But here's a crucial warning. The power of appearances must be balanced with substance. Sun Tzu didn't advocate for an empty facade, but for an authentic projection of inner strength. It's about cultivating a presence that truly reflects your essence, just in a more focused and impactful way. Now let's explore how we can apply these principles in our daily lives. At work, for example, strategic silence can be used to gain respect and authority. By speaking less and listening more, you not only gather valuable information, but also create an aura of mystery and wisdom around you. In personal relationships, Sun Tzu's art teaches us the importance of timing. Knowing when to speak and when to remain silent can be the difference between strengthening a bond or creating unnecessary conflict. As he wisely said, opportunities multiply as they are seized. But remember, silence and appearances are powerful tools that must be used wisely and ethically. The goal is not to manipulate, but to inspire, lead, and create harmony. Sun Tzu emphasized the importance of integrity and virtue as foundations of true strength. Now let's talk about how to cultivate this powerful presence. It starts with self-knowledge. You need to understand your strengths and weaknesses to project an authentic and confident image. Practice self-awareness. Observe how you carry yourself in different situations, how your body language changes, how your voice alters. Meditation can be a powerful tool in this process. It not only helps calm the mind, but also increases your awareness of your thoughts and emotions. Sun Tzu valued self-control above all, and meditation is a direct path to developing this skill. Another crucial aspect is preparation. Sun Tzu said, "Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win." This means always being ready, always one step ahead. Study, practice, constantly improve yourself. The more prepared you are, the more natural and powerful your presence will be. Think of the great leaders in history. Figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., or Nelson Mandela. They deeply understood the power of silence and appearances. Their presence was as powerful as their words, if not more so. They emanated a silent strength that inspired millions. Now let's address an often neglected aspect of the art of war: adaptability. Sun Tzu emphasized the importance of being like water, able to adapt to any situation. This applies not only to strategies, but also to how we present ourselves. In different contexts, you may need to adjust your appearance and behavior. In a business negotiation, for example, you might need to project confidence and assertiveness. In a personal conflict situation, empathy and calmness might be more effective. The key is to read the environment and adapt accordingly, always maintaining your inner integrity. Sun Tzu teaches us that the supreme general attacks the enemy's plans. In the modern context, this can be interpreted as anticipating others' moves and being prepared to respond effectively. Observing attentively, listening deeply, and thinking strategically are crucial skills in this aspect. Remember, silence is not just the absence of sound. It's a form of communication in itself. Sometimes a firm look, a subtle smile, or a simple nod can convey more than 1,000 words. Learn to use these silent gestures with precision and power. The art of war also teaches us about the power of surprise. Sun Tzu said, "Appear at places to which he must hasten. Move swiftly where he does not expect you." This doesn't mean being randomly unpredictable, but knowing when to break patterns to gain advantage. Sometimes speaking when everyone expects silence, or remaining quiet when everyone expects a response, can be incredibly powerful. Now, let's address a crucial aspect: ethics. The power we're discussing here is immense, and as such comes with great responsibility. Sun Tzu emphasized the importance of virtue and integrity. Using silence and appearances to manipulate or harm others is not only unethical, but also counterproductive in the long run. Instead, use this power to inspire, to lead with compassion, to create harmony. Remember Sun Tzu's words, "The greatest victory is that which requires no battle." In the modern world, this might mean resolving conflicts peacefully, inspiring others to give their best, and creating an environment where everyone can thrive. Think about how you can use this knowledge to make a positive difference in your community. How can your silent and powerful presence inspire others to be better? How can you use the art of appearances to create an environment of mutual respect and understanding? A fascinating aspect of Sun Tzu's philosophy is the idea of winning without fighting. This doesn't mean avoiding all conflicts, but resolving situations so skillfully that conflict becomes unnecessary. This is where the power of silence and appearances truly shines. Imagine entering a tense situation with unshakable calm. Your relaxed posture, your firm but gentle gaze, your controlled breathing, all of these communicate strength and confidence without you needing to say a word. This presence alone can de-escalate conflicts and open doors for peaceful solutions. Sun Tzu teaches us that the supreme general is he who defeats the enemy without waging battle. In the modern context, we can interpret this as achieving our goals without creating unnecessary antagonisms. It's about creating situations where everyone wins, where success is achieved through harmony rather than conflict. Now let's talk about the power of observation. Sun Tzu emphasized the importance of knowing not just yourself, but also your enemy, or in modern terms, those we interact with. Silence allows us to observe, learn, and deeply understand others. Practice what psychologists call active listening. Don't just hear the words of others, but observe their body language, their tones of voice, their facial expressions. These non-verbal cues often reveal more than spoken words. Remember, power isn't just in speaking, but in knowing when to speak. As Sun Tzu said, "He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious." Sometimes, strategic silence can be more powerful than any argument. Now, let's address a crucial aspect of the art of war: preparation. Sun Tzu emphasized that battles are won before they are even fought. In the modern context, this means always being ready, always one step ahead. Cultivate knowledge, develop skills, stay informed about the world around you. The more prepared you are, the more natural and powerful your presence will be. As Sun Tzu said, "Invincibility lies in the defense, the possibility of victory in the attack." But remember, knowledge without action is useless. Sun Tzu teaches us that wisdom must be applied, not just accumulated. Use what you learn to constantly improve, to adapt to new situations, to grow as a person and as a leader. Now, let's talk about the power of patience. Sun Tzu said, "He who can modify his tactics in relation to his opponent and thereby succeed in winning may be called a heaven-born captain." In today's fast-paced world, patience may seem like a forgotten virtue, but it's precisely because of this that it becomes such a powerful advantage. Patience isn't passivity. It's the ability to wait for the right moment, to resist the urge to act prematurely. It's about cultivating an inner calm that allows you to see beyond the immediate and plan for the long term. Think about how many times in history great victories were achieved, not through grandiose actions, but through strategic patience. Nelson Mandela, for example, transformed decades of imprisonment into a platform for peaceful change. He understood, just like Sun Tzu, that sometimes the greatest strength lies in knowing how to wait. Now, let's address a crucial aspect of Sun Tzu's philosophy: adaptability. As water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions, he wrote. This flexibility is essential in the modern world, where circumstances can change rapidly. Cultivate the ability to adapt without losing your essence. Be like water, able to flow around obstacles, to take the shape of any container, but always maintaining its fundamental nature. This adaptability isn't weakness, but a supreme form of strength. Remember, the power of appearances isn't about creating a false facade. It's about presenting the best version of yourself, about projecting your inner strength in a way that inspires and influences others. As Sun Tzu said, "Appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak." Now let's talk about the power of community. Sun Tzu emphasized the importance of unity and loyalty within an army. In the modern context, this translates to building strong relationships and support networks. Use the power of silence and appearances, not just for your personal benefit, but to strengthen your community. Be the kind of person who inspires trust and respect through your actions, not just your words. As Sun Tzu said, "Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley." As we apply these principles in our lives, it's important to remember that true power doesn't come from dominating others, but from mastering oneself. Sun Tzu teaches us that he who conquers others is strong, he who conquers himself is mighty. Practice self-control, cultivate inner discipline. The more you master your own emotions and impulses, the more powerful your silent presence will be. As Sun Tzu said, "The control of a large force is the same principle as the control of a few men. It is merely a question of dividing up their numbers." Now, let's address an often neglected aspect of the art of war: the importance of compassion. Sun Tzu didn't see war as an end in itself, but as a means to restore harmony. In the modern context, this translates to using our power and influence for the greater good. Use the power of silence and appearances not to intimidate or manipulate, but to create a space where others feel safe to express themselves. Use your presence to calm tense situations, to mediate conflicts, to inspire cooperation. Remember, true power isn't in making others feel small, but in elevating them. As Sun Tzu said, "The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. Now, let's talk about the power of authenticity. While we're discussing the power of appearances, it's crucial to understand that the most enduring strength comes from inner truth. Sun Tzu valued integrity above all else. Cultivate a presence that's a true reflection of who you are, just more focused and refined. As Sun Tzu said, "Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness." As we practice these principles, it's important to remember that growth is an ongoing process. Sun Tzu teaches us that there is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. Similarly, we shouldn't engage in prolonged internal struggles with ourselves. Be patient with yourself as you develop these skills. Celebrate small progress. Remember, just as a skilled general chooses his battles wisely, you must choose where to focus your energy and attention. Now, we come to a crucial point in our journey. Sun Tzu teaches us that the highest form of generalship is to balk the enemy's plans. The next best is to prevent the junction of the enemy's forces. The next in order is to attack the enemy's army in the field. And the worst policy of all is to besiege walled cities. This is perhaps the most profound and transformative lesson of all. In the modern context, this means achieving our goals not through conflict, but through silent influence, powerful presence, intelligent strategy. It's about creating situations where everyone wins, where success is achieved through harmony rather than discord. Imagine the impact you can have on the world by mastering this art. Think about how you can transform conflicts into opportunities, how you can inspire others to give their best, how you can create an environment where everyone can thrive. This is the true essence of the power of silence and appearances. It's not about dominating others, but about creating a space where peace, understanding, and mutual growth can flourish. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to practice this art. Every silence is a chance to observe and learn. Every appearance is an opportunity to project strength and compassion. As you incorporate these principles into your life, you'll become not just more powerful, but also wiser, more compassionate, more capable of making a positive difference in the world. And so we come to the end of our journey through Sun Tzu's timeless wisdom. But remember, this isn't an end, but a beginning. The true journey starts now as you apply these principles in your daily life. You now have in your hands the tools to transform not just your own life, but the world around you. Use them wisely, with compassion, with integrity. Always remember, true power isn't in dominating others, but in inspiring them. It's not in speaking loudly, but in being heard, even in silence. It's not in appearing to be something you're not, but in projecting the best version of who you truly are. Go forth with confidence, knowing that you carry within you the wisdom of millennia. Use the power of silence and appearances to create a better, more harmonious, more understanding world. And always remember Sun Tzu's words: "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." Let your actions speak louder than your words, and let your silent presence be a force for positive change in the world. If you've made it this far, share in the comments. I commit to using the power of silence and appearances to create harmony and inspire others. Your journey of transformation begins now. And don't forget to explore our other videos to continue your journey of growth and wisdom. The art of war is just the beginning. There's a whole world of knowledge waiting for you. Until next time, and remember, true power lies within you.